Greetings, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I am Sunabe the Messiah, and today I will be decoding the movie Sinners. Michael B. Jordan was the main character in this movie, and there was a lot of symbolism in this movie. I did give my reaction on this movie, but I posted it to Facebook and Instagram, and people did not like my reaction, just like I didn't like that movie. They were, the haters were mad. They were calling me the B word, bitches and everything, all because I told them that I really wasn't feeling the movie. I don't think it was well put together, but I see where they were going with it, but it is what it is. I haven't really seen other reviews on this movie because I know that a lot of people had made reviews on the movie Sinner. And at first I wasn't going to make a review because I had already made the reaction. But I did watch Cynthia G's review and I like how she broke it down. So with that, let me share with you what I got from the movie, what I understood. The movie is about a young man who wanted to go promote his music. And he come from a very strict religious background. And he wanted to promote his music at his cousin's juke joint. And he ended up running into vampires.
Son, you keep dancing with the devil. One day he's going to follow you home.
Hey, little cousin, come on out.
10.
Now, this movie was set like in the 1930s, 1940s. The Jim Crow era. An era where a lot of things that black people were doing were criminalized, meaning everything we did was a crime. If we went somewhere without a pass or something or identification, that was criminalized. When we tried to get jobs and we couldn't get jobs, so we were poor, they definitely criminalized the poor people, even though these are the same people that were holding things back from us. It was whites only, blacks only in that time. So yeah, a lot of our movements was restricted. We were called the N-word, all right, with the hard ER at the end. They hung us in the Jim Crow era. So these were very dangerous times for us. And what I noticed about the movie is all the stereotypes about us being lazy, loving white people, fighting each other, being hypersexual. All of those you could see in the movie. This movie showed how trusting melanated people are to the colonizers. And it shows how these black people love their oppressor. The movie also had a scene. There was a scene in the beginning of the movie where the white guy is attacked. He runs to some random couple's house, and the guy at the door told him, "Oh, Indians are light-skinned niggas." Now, if you take the light-skinned part of that out of that, you will notice that the real Indians, the real indigenous people of America, are dark-skinned. And here's proof. So, did you notice that in the movie, the vampires can't come in unless they are invited in? And some of the people didn't know that what was going on, that was the scam. Don't let these people in. And even if they are being nice, don't let these people in because they're truly not who they say they are. And these people are so eager to let people in because of them being so nice. So this shows how black people, they put their guards down when it comes to these non-melanated people who come into our community. They put their guards down. All because they're being nice. They want you to think that they're nice. The devil, the enemy, wants you to think that they're nice and that they're on your side. That's forced by deception. Now, the music scene was also powerful. Liquor and drugs, they all open you up to all type of demonic possession. Did you notice how the non-melanated people were the real enemies, the real imposters? Yeah. Another thing that I didn't like about the movie was that Caucasian girl. What was her name? Mary or something like that. The way she acted throughout the movie, she had a nasty attitude. She told the black dude, boy, fuck you. And I was like, oh my God. You know, it was funny to me, and it was very interesting because black men claim that these women love them so much and that they're super friendly, fun, and fit, and that white girl did not present herself as that at all. Even the Asian woman that was in the movie, she didn't present herself to be friendly, fun, and humble. So I like how the movie displayed their real intentions and the real dynamics of the relationship between a melanated man and a non-melanated woman. She was very entitled. And the white girl, she kept using the same tired lines that all these non-black...
And I'm not racist. My dad is black. My stepdad is black.
People use these so-called people with 2% black in them, and somehow they feel like they are entitled. That girl was using the same line. My niece's daddy's sister is black. And that's their proof to gain access to black people in our culture. When they come into our culture, they make money off of our culture. And they leave our culture just as destroyed as it was before they came into our communities. Let me be clear. You need two melanated people to create a melanated person. Meaning your mother and your daddy have to be black. Not 2% black, not one half, but that's how you know when you're really black. You can look at me or a melanated person, because I don't like to use the term black, but I use it for the people who don't understand what's really going on. But you can look at me and clearly see that I am not mixed. I am melanated. You can literally look at me and see that. So I don't need to prove to anybody that I'm black. If you have to prove that you are a melanated person, you're not really a melanated person. Because we cannot claim to be biracial or these other things. So it doesn't make sense. And it's showing you white privilege. She got her privilege just because she's sleeping with a black man. That doesn't, just because you sleep with a black man or a black woman does not give you a pass. You still have to respect the boundaries there. She was in there threatening to fight the other women, the melanated women in there, the black women. She even talked crazy to the black man. But everybody trusted her, and she ended up being their downfall. This movie shows you how the culture vultures love to insert themselves into our mix. And they like to remix history. Oh, you don't get to claim this, or you don't get to do that. That's very disrespectful. You're disrespecting my culture. I can't go to nobody else's culture and tell them what they can and cannot claim. So disrespectful. So it's mainly these black men, these self-hating Negroes that love putting other people on their pedestal and stool, and then treat their own people like trash. Drag their people all through the mud. But when they get to that white person, oh, now they have a change of heart when it comes to them. So they put themselves in our mix. And it's the black man in this movie. He invited that white woman in there. So this shows you that, this movie showed us how the interracial relationship is not as healthy as they claim it to be on the outside. Because you got a lot of these non-black women, when they find out that they get the same black man as everybody else, they start exposing these black men for who they truly are. But black men want us melanated women to think that they are so happy, and in the movie the white girl was treated like trash because they come into our community and they compete against us black women, and they think that they are special, and they end up getting the same treatment or worse. So it's just funny to me. Another thing I did not like about this movie was how the melanated woman was spiritual and she knew magic. But in the movie, they tried to downplay it and make it look like the black woman wasn't very sure of her own power and she wasn't in control of her own power. The movie was so hypersexual, so much infidelity and but when it comes to our movies, they always have to dump that dysfunctional, hypersexual aspect of black people in the movies. I mean, don't we get enough of that already? Hey, maybe AI wrote this movie. Who knows? And then the white man who sold the twin brothers, which was played by Michael B. Jordan, that building, that property that they started that juke joint at, he knew the place was cursed. He knew it was tainted. He knew that place was a slaughterhouse when he sold it to the black people. They're selling us tainted shit. Everything they give us is tainted. And then we get these things from the colonizer and then we brag to each other about it, not realizing that we are corrupting ourselves. The colonizer taught us how to be materialistic people and how to chase things that are not even sustainable. So it's like TLC, chasing waterfalls. They got us chasing waterfalls, chasing fame, and then all of this stuff ends up being our downfall. They give us enough rope to hang ourselves, so they don't have to hang us no more. They give us enough rope to hang ourselves. Willie Lynch effect. So the message in this movie was there, but the delivery of the message was not clear at all. I mean, you almost wasn't able to see the messages or the symbolism over all the cooning and buck dancing that was going on. A lot of people claim that this movie is supposed to be about Robert Johnson, who went to meet the devil at the crossroads to sell his soul to the devil. But trust me when I say this movie, nor the character Sammy, was based off of Robert Johnson. Now, the character Mike was inspired by Robert Johnson, but there were no vampires and white women in Robert Johnson's story. Because that was a time that they lived in that black men were not allowed to lay down with white women. You could get killed or stoned for that. I mean, not stoned, but you could get killed or lynched. I mean, you could get lynched for that. The movie would have been better if it was actually realistic. And that is my thoughts about this movie. Well, this brings me to the end of my video, and I want to thank everybody for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this movie, Sinners, and what you think about my review on this movie. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you're tuned in because I got some more hot videos coming up for you.